November Foxtrot.
November Foxtrot, Roger, Roger. What's the name there?
Name is Jack, and I'm in Manassas, Virginia.
Okay, so give it to me phonetically.
Whiskey 4, November Foxtrot. Name is Jack, Japan Alpha, Charlie Kilo, and I'm in Virginia, Victor Alpha.
Yes, sir, got that. And what radio are you running today, Jack?
I'm running a K3S with a Heil HC6 microphone.
All right, will you give me about 10 seconds and tell me about your antenna system, and let me listen to your audio.
Okay, very good. I am running right now a 40-meter 2-element beam at 75 feet. For the high bands, I have a 3-stack of Force 12 Charlie 3 Echo tri-banders at 90, 60, and 30 feet. I have a 80-meter dipole at 100 feet and an inverted L on 160 with 60 ground radials. Over.
Roger, Roger. Jack, I'm looking at my spectrum analyzer, and it looks like your audio is rolling out there at about 450 cycles. You're really chopping that bottom end. You could expand that bottom just a little bit and still be very loud and clear, Roger.
Okay, yeah, very good. I did, this has the 8-band equalizer on it, and I have the 50, 100, and 200 hertz tuned way down. But, I was trying to make sure it had some punch, more highs in it for the North America Qso party tomorrow.
Yes, sir. Well, that's an 8-band. Is it a parametric?
Yes.
Okay. What we suggest with a parametric is you be flat from 400 cycles to 1400. Somewhere around there, just all those controls flat from 400 to 1500, 400 to 1500 just flat. It doesn't matter what the widths and all that stuff is. If you're flat, you're flat, and it doesn't matter what the width is. But so I would set everything at flat from 400 to 1500 KC. Roger.
Okay, I'll give that a try and see how that sounds also.
All right, I could hang out with you as you did that. Can you, your top end, can you sweep that to 2.7K, 2.7K width of 4?
Well, I have to do it in these bands on the K3 itself, so I can modify my 400, my 800, and my 1600 settings to 0.
Roger, that's what I would do. I would get those flat, then I would go up to 2700, 2.7K, and I would use that as my push frequency, and I would go about +4 with a width of 4, +4 with a width of 4 at 2.7K. Roger?
Okay, well, let me just do the 4, 8, and 16. It'll take me 1 second.
All right, I'll hang out for you. This is KC9VKV, the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. We record now live till 5, and Jack is working on his K3S, kind of trying to get that parametric EQ flat from 400 cycles to 1.5K, and then we'll move up to 2.7 as the push point with a width of 4 and a push of 4. And we'll see what that sounds like, and probably have to open up some of the bottom end too. Jack, if you wanted to, go ahead and flat everything on that bottom end, and we'll see what that sounds like, flat all the way down to, I guess, 200 cycles or 100 cycles, what the bottom end is, and then we'll see what we need to do.
If you can hear him, what difference does it make?
Oh, well, tonality has a great deal of difference, If you don't have any top end, you don't have any articulation, you could be 30 over, but if you're not, doesn't have any frequency response in the top end, nobody's going to hear what you're saying because you're Mr. Mumbles.
What a waste of frequency.
Well, apparently you're pretty mumbles there. You could stand a little top end yourself, sir.
Okay, I'm back now. This is Whiskey 4 November Fox.
Roger, Roger, Jack. Now, go ahead and flat your bottom end there. Those controls below 400 cycles, just flatten everything on that bottom end, and we'll see what we need to do.
did everything. I did 50, 100, 200, 400, and 800 and 1600 all flat.
It still sounds like it doesn't have much bottom. Double check your EQ. Be sure you're in the flat mode. That's neither cut nor boost. Roger, roger.
Right, that's at 0 then, so let me look.
Sounds like you still are pretty shy on the bottom end. I'm not sure why, but if you're flat down there, we have to fade back and do some finagling here, Roger.
Okay, so what I did there is, so I have everything flat from 50, 100, 200, 400, 800, 1600, at 2400 I'm at plus 14, at 3200 I'm at plus 16.
Plus 60 at where?
16.
At what frequency?
At 3200.
Okay, pull that back to flat just for the moment, and let me hear you all flat. Everything flat at the moment, and we'll see what that does. So that would be all your boost cut controls at 0 level in the middle. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. My name is Jim, and right now we're working with Jack, Whiskey 4 Nancy Frank in Virginia, and he's working on his K3S. And we're down to the EQ part, and he has a parametric EQ, and what he's doing right now is flatting everything across the board on that equalizer, and we're going to start from scratch on flat. And it should take probably about 20 seconds to get him running real well.
Okay, there's Whiskey 4 November Fox. Everything's flat now.
Sounding good. So, okay, give me about 10 seconds. Tell me about the best thing you like about your radio, and let me just listen to you flat.
Okay, this is Whiskey 4 November Fox. I just got the new Craft K4D. I have a 2-station setup here. So I run multi-contesting here from the station. I do like the K4D a lot. It has excellent pan adapter, and the receiver is very good. And I do a lot of CW contesting with that. It's the DSP filters are excellent on it.
Roger, roger. Now, we want to go up to 2.7K, so whatever you have in that range, we want it to be on 2.7K width of 4, and we want to do about a 4-click push. So 2.7K width of 4 plus 4 boost. Roger?
Okay, guys, so I don't have any. I can just boost it, so I can go from 0 up to 16 or 0 to negative 16. So you want me to go up to 4?
Yes, sir. Up to 4 right now.
Okay, on the 2.4.
The 2.7 width of 4.
Oh, I don't have 2.7.
Do you? If you're a parametric, you could probably slide one up to 2.7 or down to 2.7. Roger?
Negative. This is set in the menu settings in the radio.
Okay, so you don't have a width control either?
No, negative.
Okay, so what you do not have is a parametric EQ. You have an 8-band EQ. Roger, roger?
Roger. It's built into the radio.
Roger, roger. So what do you have in the vicinity of 2.7?
2.4.
What's the one above that?
3.2, and that's the top.
Yeah, okay, let's do this. On the 2.4, make it plus 5, 2.4 plus 5, and 3.2 at plus 5 also. Roger, Roger?
Okay, I'll go ahead and do that now. Okay, there's Whiskey 4 November Fox. Both those are set at plus 5.
Sounding pretty good. Now, I want you to go at, you have a 200 cycle on the bottom end. You have a 200 cycle control.
Roger.
All right, I want you to come up plus 3 on that 200 cycle and let me listen to it.
Okay, hold on. Okay, there's Whiskey 4 November Fox. 200 is up to plus 3.
All right, let's keep that. Let's go back to the top end now. I want you to go 2 clicks hotter on your 2.4K and 2 clicks hotter on your 3.2.
Roger. There's Whiskey 4 November Fox, so those at 200 is at plus 3, now 2.4 is at plus 7.
Yes, sir. Okay, I want you to take that 200, back it off 1 click. Back off 1 click on the 200 cycle. Roger?
Roger. Okay, that's 1 down. Go ahead.
Alrighty, and tell me about the microphone that you're using for about 10 seconds.
Okay, this is a Heil HC4 microphone. I used to use the Heil, HC6. I used to use the Heil HC4, but it was a very narrow response, and so I bought this one just recently, and because it had a wider bandwidth on it, audio bandwidth, and it didn't pinch as much on the voice.
Okay, come back off of the 2.4 1 click. Come back off the 2.4 1 click and go up 1 click on the 3.2. Roger?
Okay, 3.2 1 up and 2.4 1 down.
Yes, sir. Yeah, it's sounding just a little mid-rangey now, so we want to take that 2.4 back a little bit.
Okay, and so the 2.4 is now at plus 6, and the 3.2 is at plus 8.
All right, that 2.4, come on back where you were on that. Come back to where you were on that, Roger?
Okay, to 7.
Yeah, if that's where you came from.
Okay, Roger, that's back at 7 now on 2.4.
Yes, sir. Okay, come off 1 more click on your bottom end there. That 200 cycles. Come back 1 more click.
200 hertz, you want me to take that down to plus 2?
Yes, sir. Yeah, minus 1 click from where it was on 200 cycles, minus 1 click from where it was.
Okay, this is Whiskey 4 November Fox.
All right, sir, and you're right on that microphone. You're right on axis with that microphone, Roger?
Roger.
All right, let me hear you tell me about, the thing you like best about that radio, Roger?
Okay, well, the K-3 that I just recently got, the pan adapter allows me to narrow down the frequency all the way down to about 5 kc, so I can sit there and watch as for open frequencies while I'm operating, especially during CW, and I have the CW filter turned down to about 200 hertz. So I'm able to get between a fair number of people there when the band is really crowded.
Roger, Roger. Let's. It still needs a little more top end. That 3.2. Come up about 3 clicks on that 3.2 if you've got it there. You know, the ideal push frequency is 2.7. Unfortunately, unless you have a parametric EQ or somebody pretty smart in setting up their EQ, it's hard to get to that, but that frequency is the ideal frequency to push. So what we're trying to do is make a compromise between that 3.2 and that 2.4 and get that 2.7 push point. Roger, Roger.
Okay, Roger. I'll come up 3 on the 3.2.
Alrighty, I think that's pretty close. At least we have some very intelligible audio on the top end. Roger. So just out of curiosity, as we review, your 3.2 is at what push?
That's at plus 11 now, plus 11.
Alrighty, and your 2.4?
2.4 is at plus 7.
Alrighty, and everything else is flat down to 200 cycles, and you're what at 200 cycles?
Plus 2.
Oh, we have some very inconsiderate folks that got to tune up on an active frequency. I don't know why they need to do that. It always mystifies me when they have to tune up on an active frequency. It's just active QRM is what it is. But anyway, Jack, I think we're about there. I'll be posting this recording up on YouTube by noon tomorrow. So if you go to YouTube and do a call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by the word logbook, will take you to this recording. It'll be cut number 1 in a series of 2,400 Qso-Vlog aircheck recordings. Roger?
Okay, so the call is KC9K Kilo Charlie Victor.
Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor, and then the word logbook. Roger?
Okay, very good. I really appreciate it, and look forward to listening to it tomorrow then. Okay, thanks a lot. I appreciate your time there, and enjoy the rest of the weekend coming up.
Roger. There would be just one other thing. Are you familiar with your ALC and how to get there?
Yeah, well, I'm below the ALC right now. It's within the ALC range. I do have compression on. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. And you're only running about a 2 or 3 on that compressor, Roger?
Let's see. It's probably about an 8.
No. We want to, 3 out of 10 or 30 out of 100, or 930. Otherwise, what happens is, let me just say this, a 3 and a 6 on compression are the same. As far as it actually working on the word, a 3 and a 6 are the same. But what happens is, a 6, you wind up with suck up between words, and you don't want to do that. So a 3 is just the perfect amount. Roger, Roger?
Okay, very good. I did turn it down, and that's about where it is right now, a 3.
Oh, yes, sir. You're ballistically a whole lot better now. Before, you were kind of up against the wall. And what happens is, when you go past a 3 dB dynamic range, your words start to blur, and you actually start to shoot yourself in the foot, because the whole name of the game is for people to be understanding of what you're saying, if you're in heavy noise or QRM or whatever. And if your words are bent and blurry, then it's so much harder for them to pick out the actual words as to what they are. Roger?
Okay, very good. Well, I got it turned down there a little bit, so it's speaking about a 3, it's just about right there. Yeah, that's about it. So, okay, very good. Oh, I appreciate your time.
Yes, sir, Jack. And the other thing is you need to be consistent as to the way you address the microphone. If you pull off mic there, what's going to happen is that it's going to want to try to get that level up just a little bit. And if you're if you're not on axis to the microphone, then your low frequencies are more active hitting that element than they would be if you were on axis and the top end of your audio was hitting at the same level as the bottom end. So it's really important, particularly like on that microphone, for you to address it consistently. Roger?
Okay, well, it's a boom mic, so it's probably about 1.5 inches from my mouth, so it stays that way all the time.
Yes, sir. If you had a windscreen, I don't know if that mic doesn't. I haven't heard any plosives to really, hear it. But with a windscreen, you can come right up on that mic and actually almost touch the mic. In other words, proximity to microphone is not a problem with a windscreen, Roger.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it does have a windscreen on it, so it's so that's no problem there. Okay. Well, appreciate your time. I'll let you help out somebody else, but thanks a lot for your effort there.
Roger, Jack. That last transmission was just beautiful. We're on it just like that. 73, sir. And if you get a chance, join us next Friday. We'd love to have you. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.